Welcome everybody. Innovate and Elevate with Robert.
Daniela.
Hope y'all having a great day. I think today we're going to discuss how to monetize side hustles. So that's what both of us did. The companies that we're in, junk removal and cleaning. So we're going to dive into that a little bit, kind of tell you how we did it, how we recommend to do it, struggles of it, and stuff like that. So Daniela, you don't go into a little bit more detail of what you do again, just to refresh the viewer's mind.
Yeah, so I own a luxury cleaning company, and we do post-construction as well as pre-listing cleaning for real estate agents. So most of the time I'm sending people out to clean for me, and I'm not necessarily on these job sites. So most of the time I'm working through my phone and also making money on my phone. So.
It's always nice.
Yes, it is, yeah.
No, and I'm in a similar business. They kind of go hand in hand together.
Yeah.
I do junk removal and demolition. So say we demo a site, Daniela comes in, like, cleans the site.
Yeah.
It looks nice after we get done ruining it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do junk removal and demolition in the upstate South Carolina as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I know mine did start as a side hustle. Did yours start as a side hustle as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just really broadly, how did you kind of realize you wanted to turn it into a business rather than just a side hustle?
Well, I started doing the jobs myself alone whenever we were offering residential and construction. So I would clean like post-construction homes like that were huge by myself. And after a while, like I realized like I was getting booked out like every single day of the month. And I was like, I can't keep doing this by myself because it's just not good for me. Like it's not healthy to just be cleaning alone. And then eventually I realized like, oh, I can actually like start hiring people to do the work for me and make a percentage of what like we're making like in total. And so at that point I just realized like I want to do this full time, but I don't want to be doing it full time like the labor. So whenever I realized that, I started hiring, which it was a difficult process, but over time I learned how to hire people. So yeah,
that's what I'm going through right now. We're trying to hire one full-time guy. I've never had to hire anyone that's just not a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
So this is my first time trying to train someone to be an actual just laborer. It's going very well. Yeah, really cannot complain at all.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty neat though. I didn't know it was like just you by yourself.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's kind of, I started with just my truck as a side hustle to make some money in college, like just did it by myself. I never would have thought it'd be where it's at today.
Yeah, that is really good.
It's cool to see you're actually able to turn side hustles into genuine businesses that they can pretty good money too. So
it's great.
And then so how did you pick cleaning? I know one thing when it comes to monetizing a side hustle, you need to identify a skill that you were good at. So what made you pick cleaning over something else?
I think just being in that world of like real estate, really, like just helping realtors and investors as well as like just home builders and stuff like that, that kind of like really like opened my eyes to like, this is like the world I want to live in. Maybe not cleaning forever, but I want to at least start getting involved in that like industry. But yeah, it's been like really good. Especially like meeting investors and real estate agents and learning from them too. I like this.
You can meet a ton of people, especially when you start working under the real estate market almost. I mean, we don't do real estate, but we both work in real estate almost. Yeah. It's like we're not going to be selling houses, but we're tearing our stuff out.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're technically in the real estate business.
Yeah.
Bring those to it.
Okay, so how did you find time to monetize your side hustle?
So I was in college, freshman in college. I didn't have time for a job. Because obviously, get out of class at 3, and I want to be healthy, go to the gym, whatever. You're not going to have time for a job. But what you have time for is a side hustle. So that's when I started advertising that I had a truck and pick stuff up for people. And through that, I was able to schedule like one job a day. Not booking myself out like one job a day. Thought I was doing great. I mean, I was doing pretty good. But, then it kind of started snowballing from there. But it actually was easier for me to monetize a side hustle rather than get a job. It was just easier. It made more sense.
Yeah.
To win. What about you? So how do you find time to build all a job in this?
Yeah, I kind of had the time already because I wasn't going to college. I started going to college the first 2 weeks when I realized like I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I just left college and I just did the cleaning full time. And then, I mean, really, I just have like all the time in the world just because like I didn't really do anything before. So I had like no priorities, like I had nothing. And then that became a huge priority for me. And after a while, I started like adding things on, like, okay, maybe I want to do real estate now. Or I want to keep hiring people and I need to go quote jobs too, but I also want to go to the gym and, just keep like a healthy like schedule for myself. So over time that just came, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the beginning I did have like a free schedule to do it. So I
Understood. What college do you go to? I didn't know you went to college for 2 years.
mine at theory will tag. That's horrible.
Why is that horrible?
What? All right, I don't know.
I'm still in school. That's bad.
No, I mean, you're going for something though, right?
Yeah, you remember me. I mean,
Like,
my mom happy.
okay, yeah. Well, that's
My only reason.
really.
I don't want to be there at all.
Oh wow.
Did I?
No, I thought you were going for something.
No. College is stupid unless you need it for what you want to do. I don't like college. Got your Edison's videos, dropped out, killing it. Me, wish I dropped out. Could be killing it. Her, still it, dropped out. You see the pattern? Drop out.
For you, does networking ever like help, or like whenever you started, did networking like help when you that's in person or just like in like a Facebook group or something like that?
Yes. So obviously Facebook groups killed it for us, and we do a lot of advertising on Facebook groups. But networking, one of the first people I ever worked for, she had some real properties, and she was my first repeat customer. I think knowing that there was actual repeat customers in junk removal was like, we're on to something here. Because at first it was like people keep junk for 3 years, build it up, whatever, you take it, you're not going to see them again.
Right.
But if you have someone with a bunch of like properties, you can then go back out, help them increase the value of the properties. So I think networking, like, especially when I first started, I just had my truck networking and finding people that needed what I've been doing.
Right.
To help me figure out a way that, I mean, you can make money from side hustles. Like, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure, yeah.
But what about you? Have you, like, has networking benefited you at all?
Honestly, like, for me, like, I've never really, like, gone to, like, an actual, like, networking, like, meeting or anything like that in person.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, that's what people say, so I never did.
Some are great, and a few that I've been to are great, like Joanne Fowler, Salem, Get Local. Those are great. I think the people in those groups are great. But then you have, like, the BOI I've heard of there. It's, like, halfway cultish, to be honestly. I mean, you pay $500 a month of your own money. It has to be it. You can only miss like 2 meetings. If you miss another meeting, they kick you out. Like, they have all these rules, and if you don't follow them strictly, I mean, you're basically just paying to sign your life away to a networking group.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it has to be a meeting.
Why do you have to pay for that though?
People make money out of networking. Yeah, that's what they do. I mean, it's like in my opinion, a scam, because if you want to go out and network, shouldn't have to pay to talk to people. I mean,
That's kind of.
I don't really. I mean, I think networking groups are good. In fact, you have to recommend people to you. Like, if I was in a group and there was a real estate agent, they have to recommend me people. That's what they also pay for. They have, like, whether the service is bad or not, they have to recommend you if they're in your networking group. So I'm not on board with the networking groups. Some people find it very beneficial. I know that. Like, there's a guy in St. Louis, he's been putting a little bit. He joined some networking groups. He didn't tell him about networking groups. Like, you probably been in an extra 10K in one just from network, not being in a networking group. And in my opinion, that's a huge join. But I've been a few around here. As in, some of them have been great. Joanne Fowler, you're amazing. People are great. But every other one I've been to it seemed like too weird. It's too strange. They're very strange. Have you ever been to one?
No, but like I wanted to before. Like whenever I started, and I would ask around, and they'd try to charge me. And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
That's when you gotta drag out 2 meetings for free. You don't know this. Networking groups will give you like 2 meetings for free and then try charging you to go. if you use those 2 networking groups for free and leave a good impression, you're the only one they know that does what you do. I've gotten some jobs from that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna. It's like banks with friends, like fraternity all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Y'all that.
Depends.
I'm really good. But yeah, I guess networking is not recommended if you must start.
Well, I think networking is recommended. Networking groups for that.
Okay.
Because I think like I've been able to network with some amazing people. I'm literally the only reason I'm at where I'm at because of networking. But the networking groups are not it. In my opinion, they might work for you, but they
Yeah.
ain't no hurt in trying them. But
All right. So whenever you started, like your business pages, like, did you do the marketing and the content, or did your friends or
so,
workers? Yeah.
but at first it was me running like I figured I Diamond, Facebook, Nextdoor. Nextdoor is the only app I used at first. I posted like once a month on Nextdoor, then booked me out for the whole month. But I was advertising as a college student, side hustle. You know what I'm saying? So that I was able to sell that fairly easily as just a side hustle. And then when I started realizing I could monetize it and be an actual business, then I started putting on more professional pages, go up to Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. I'll film, but I won't edit videos and like that. I'm not too good at it. That's why either I hire Caden Hirschberger, Hirsch Films is amazing. Or Ben, he's one of my best friends too. He's knocks it out in the ballpark with content creation. And I see you do that too. Do you edit yours? Okay. Your videos kill it. Every day.
Thank you.
Very professional.
I appreciate that.
Very professional. My target audience is on Facebook too. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, that works out. And believe it or not, when you think short film content like TikTok only to you people are aging younger, now, there's grandmas on TikTok now. Everyone's on short film content, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. I don't even know if Twitter has it, but like everyone uses short film content. So if you're able to post a video that anybody likes, you're gonna have a variety of people see that video. Like I've landed demolitions off TikTok. That's $8,000 I made from a TikTok video that someone's like, "Hey, I live in Greenville. I saw your TikTok. I need to come knock down a single eye." So it's weird. It's weird how you can advertise. And it's a much broader spectrum than you think on TikTok too. It's weird.
Oh my gosh. That's cool. I thought,
Yeah. Have you ever posted on TikTok or anything?
yeah, but not much because it would always like log me out as the business page on TikTok. But
Really?
so, I mean, I should.
I actually just made my TikTok account. Katie made my TikTok account a person working out rather than a business account. Because one, I'm not selling anything on there. It's quite literally just promotional videos for myself or entertaining videos for people's entertainment. But if you use a business account, it really what sales you can use, music you can use, because they think you're selling something, so they're just going to copyright you. If you make it a personal account that just represents your business,
Yeah.
you're able to use any on TikTok. Other than like Shrill.
Learn something again. Wow.
But we had a business profile for a while, and I believe Ben would edit them on his personal and just post them on the business. But even then, it copyright and niche, and some of the videos have no music behind them.
Yeah, I would just.
So I started my pricing. I was at first it was just whatever money I wanted to make. I was charging $40 for a truck fill. You jumped me all off. And that's when I could still take it to a residential landfill. So I was having to pay dump fees and everything. But then when I got a trailer, the first thing that I did was call every company in my area. I wanted to figure out what all they were pricing. It's called price checking. It's not illegal. You should do it. And it ensures you're being competitive with pricing.
Oh, so you're like calling other companies.
Correct. Like, have you ever called a cleaning company and been like, what are your prices?
No, but I've texted one.
Like as friends?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you want to do it, like, this is what I did. I'll call them, like, *67. You can't see the number. So I'll do that. I'll go with the companies and tell them, I have a full load of junk. What are your prices are? What do your prices look like? And that's how I got my minimum. That's how I got my maximum per load. And I mean, everyone does it. I've gotten price checked before, and I haven't even noticed it until they hung up. The last no prices should hang up immediately. I'm like, just got price checked. That's cool. But everyone does it, and I think it creates a fair playing field for people too. So I don't see bad at it.
Yeah, that's cool.
You should do it. You should consider trying. I mean, it's just like, I do every once in a while just to make sure my prices are what I want them to be in according to other people's. And we're not the cheapest guy at all. And I've never want to be the cheapest guy. I would rather provide the best service that you want to charge for rather than the cheapest guy. Well, at one point I was the cheapest guy.
Yeah, I was
Really?
It happens, yeah.
It does. I mean, especially when you're first starting, you're not professional. You can't, sell yourself as a professional.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes sense, especially when they were side households, to not charge when the actual company wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Now that we both have companies, we can charge companies are supposed to for what we do. So now we get into legal stuff. It's not the fun stuff. IRS, taxes, permits, all of that. You need permits this cleaning? I don't think that's
only possibly commercial, but so construction, I think. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. What's the difference between purple and bachelor's?
So a business license is something you need to obtain a permit. Like if I need a permit so I only need to get a permit if a demolition of a house is within city limits.
Okay.
And so if it's within city limits, I go to the city office. If I don't already have a business license in that city, I'll go ahead and buy a business license and the permit at the same time to one stone. And then I just have the permit and we can commence demo according to code, basically. You have to keep it up to code, make sure that it's pretty, whatever. But that's really the only permits we need, demolition permits. Now, we don't deal with asbestos or anything because you need more DHET forms for that. So tires, asbestos, and paint and lead paint are things we don't mess with because of needing certain permits. We've applied for some of them. They kicked us back and said we couldn't have them. I think it's pretty hard to get them. So, I mean, yeah, the only permit we only ever really need is a demolition permit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if cleaning or not. I don't know if it's a stupid question to ask.
No, like I don't really think cleaning like needs as much unless like you're doing bigger projects, like huge construction properties, like very big like commercial sites. But yeah, I don't think it needs as much. And so it's a very easy way. Like it's an easy business to start.
So how did you, I know I'm into a bunch of problems, like figuring out when I needed to be an LLC, how to pay taxes, even more not fun stuff. But like, do you have someone show you how to do that, or is that something you kind of figure out on your own?
Like what exactly? Like how to get an LLC or?
How do you need an LLC?
I didn't know. I needed a lesson. Okay, so like I started my business and like a year and a half in, that's when I got one because we got like Evergreen Construction offered us a job, like a construction job to do that was much bigger. And we really wanted it, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go get like the licensing and the things that I need in order to make this work. So at that time I didn't even know that I needed one, but I had been asked in the past, like, do you have an LLC? Like just a few times, so I never went to get it. But then that was like a much bigger project, so then I ended up doing it. But yeah, no, I haven't really learned about that stuff yet. Like I'm not, no.
See, I've had to dive in deep. So we have an LLC that files as an S corp. So what that does is just gives us more corporate benefits. We're able to write off more, and at the end of the year, I'll get a K1, and I'll basically get to pay tax on whatever the company makes. It goes on my personal taxes, basically. But I'm also able to write off everything that happens in the company, basically.
Okay.
So in my opinion, that's the way to go. I was told to do that once you profit around $50,000 a year, like the company profits $2,000 a year. Then that's when you should start filing an LLC as an S corp. I still have an LLC. We just file it as an S corp. That makes sense. So we're not an S corp, but we file like we are. It took me a while to understand any of this. But thankfully, my accountant is amazing. He's up so much. We've had a ton of meetings with him. Definitely wasted his time, but he's taught me a lot. Shut up.
Well, me now. When did you start?
So we got our LLC February 2nd, 2023. 2024. 2024, that's it. Big difference. But Yeah, so at first I had heard about LLC, wasn't too interested, didn't want to pay taxes. IRS sucks. But, and then I got to the point where I had ran $100,000 through my personal bank account for a company. I told a few people, and they're like, dude, you need to get an LLC now. Like, now. Yeah, and so I did. And now we're safe. But I definitely didn't know about them at first. It took some trial and error to learn about them. But now we're kind of dialed in, figuring out payroll right now, actually. Hopefully getting some new guy on payroll about in 1 day. It's going pretty long. Very, very confusing now. Taking so much time to learn about all this stuff. You have insurance? I got me too. It took me a while before I got insurance. I didn't get insurance until someone said, hey, you have insurance? Mid-job. And I was like, yeah. I got it in the next 10 minutes. Yeah. Now I have next insurance, their liability and workers come out. So easy to use. Or just did through the app. I ain't crazy amount either. I think it's like a $2 million coverage, so it's not bad. But insurance is something I did last it too. A lot of this has been figuring it out as I go. I've been teaching myself how to do a lot, literally just as a problem comes up. Might not be the best way to go about it.
No, I mean, I'm doing it that way. It's working out
yeah. See what's working. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because could put us in some tricky situation.
Yeah.
One thing that took out me a while to do was turn my side hustle into a brand and actual company. At first, I just Robert haul stuff off of this truck, $50. Got a dump trailer and dump trucks, and now it's more so Robert's company Move hauls whatever you want. So it's kind of turned into that. I think I've leveraged social media to do that mostly because that's how I advertised it first, a side hustle. But then I kept up with my progress and updated people that followed me what I was doing. So they know that I have a dump truck now. They understand that's not just a side hustle anymore. They understand there's actual employees now. And a lot of people have watched and come up from literally nothing, which is pretty cool. And so I've leveraged, I think, social media the most to create a brand, create a brand from a side hustle. That's what I found most efficient. What about you? How did you get out of the side hustle phase?
Well, I started hiring, it would be 2 workers at a time.
Okay.
And I would tell them, whenever you're working, make sure you have black scrubs on instead of just random clothes or anything like that. Make sure it's professional. And if you don't have scrubs, I'll purchase them for you and I'll give those to you to wear. And then after a while, I would ask them, are you okay if I film you while you're cleaning? And sometimes I would go to the jobs and either help them or make sure it got done. So then I would go and I would film them. And at that point I was it's not just me anymore. So I would just kind of market us instead of me, it's we, it's us. It's a community. It's not just me doing it. Cause a friend did tell me I should start saying we instead of I all the time when I'm marketing or trying to get a job or something like that, things like that. But yeah, at that point I changed the I to we.
So that's awesome. So how many people work for you now or found you?
Right now we just have one. We had 2, but there was a lot of problems with language barrier because it was one woman didn't understand Spanish and vice versa. So that's
my nose.
A little bit, yeah.
Though.
Yeah. But that caused a lot of divide and arguments a little bit. Because things wouldn't really get done. Yeah, so
language barrier to argument.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad until I saw it for myself. So, and before we had now but we stopped working at them because there were some complications. But we were working at them for 2 years, the same company. So now I just have one worker and she handles all of my projects, especially with her husband and her daughter. And yeah, they just do most of it now still.
How have you found, what's the most efficient way you found to pay? You pay hourly? Not say what you pay, but you pay commission
hourly. I do a pay for performance and then hourly. Because most of the time, I just realized people on it that works and cheap. I helped a friend start a cleaning company in Colombia and she wanted to pay them $15 an hour.
Really?
Starting out, I was I get that, but for me, in my experience, I haven't that hasn't gone well at all.
I mean, it's goes back to the pay for like, or you get what you pay
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
So like,
Yeah.
my manager Ben,
Anyway.
you're paying him very well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, you just gotta realize what it's worth for you in the company, and then make that decision, I guess. So this was definitely worth it for me. Ben is a really key part of the company now, and so it's worth making that investment into him. Another thing is, have you ever thought about consulting people?
What do you mean?
Like getting someone to pay you to consult with them?
No.
So that's actually, okay. So me and the Freeman brothers have actually started another company. It's called
Right.
Fall Creek Consulting.
Mm.
So what we're going to do is we're advertising ourselves and our businesses, and we're going to probably get you on as a coach as well if you'd like, but basically we're going to help consult young people like us, and we're going to figure out how to help monetize their side hustles and turn them into businesses.
Mhm.
And we're going to charge a consulting fee. Haven't discussed the set price yet, but we're going to have group calls, one-on-ones. We're going to offer a consulting company that help people build their companies.
Mhm.
And I already consulted with one guy in Spartanburg, Phil Kirby, Hogan's Hauling, Job Available. But he's awesome. He's been great, and I've really enjoyed helping him ramp up his company too. But it's pretty cool. Like that person you helped in Colombia,
Mhm.
if it was offer a little consulting fee, put a little more time and effort into him.
Yeah, she wanted her to pay me, but I said it's fine. I've known her since high school. But
Oh, really?
yeah, that sounds nice.
It's going to be good. Hopefully we can help a lot of people with it too. It's going to be a faith-based company as well. So we're going to be able to help connect, I would say, a lot of young business people, or we're really doing anyone, but we're focusing on the younger generation because obviously we're still pretty young.
I think it's great that you're doing that.
Like I said, we're going to need a few coaches. So if you'd be interested, we can probably talk to you about that in detail later on. See, one thing I've noticed is about the businesses, my mind is business. And some people don't talk like that or think like that. So sometimes I just start going off about one or company or so. I don't think so either. Some people do. Well, I know a little tangents about it. I'm just like, I'm following it all. You know what I'm saying?
I know it.
Yeah, but I want to make sure this is as engaging as possible for you.
No, it is. Like, if they know that you're doing that too, like, that's even better. I mean,
Yeah. Innovate and Elevate, baby.
yeah, it's not just the podcast too. Like, you can actually, like, communicate, and it's not like, like they're not connected.
I'm really interested to see, like, I'm really interested to see how this podcast goes. If you're watching right now, you should just like our up and coming podcast. You say you're day one, let's see it big. We can end with this. This is kind of the last segment we're going to talk about exit strategies. Have you thought that far into the future about one, how you're going to get out of doing the work? I guess you've already mastered that, but like two, how do you think you're going to work in this business for the next like 5-10 years? Do you think you're going to hire president? Like what's your game plan in the next 5-10 years with your company?
Honestly, I don't know, because I'm kind of just taking it as it comes. I'm also like trying to pursue aesthetics and real estate. So just trying to see, because it's like crazy how it works. Because like the cleaning's helping me pay for the aesthetics. So it's like, I don't really know, but I mean, I feel like I am sitting on like a gold mine, because like a lot of people don't usually have the name Happy Homes Co. And I've seen after I started Happy Homes Co. Home and Happy, or Happy Homes Housekeeping, that really upset me. But like it is shouldn't get upset about things like that. But,
Be better than that.
yeah, that's what I was told many times. So, but yeah, I do think it's something I'm going to continue. And if I don't, then I feel like I'd be just pursuing real estate at that point. Because cleaning is difficult, and people do look down on you for it a lot, and I don't like that. So that.
People that would jump milk too, like, what do you do? I have a jump milk company. A lot of people I directly said it's like this kid just hustling for money. They don't understand it's like an actual business now. And I'm like, I love when people doubt me.
Yeah, that's true though too.
I mean, it's follow the motivation.
Yeah.
Be better than them, work for it, and
Exactly.
come